Back in 2019, had released a strange theme that was unlike any other at the time. This theme was quite short-lived. That theme was Lego Hidden Side. I'd a new action adventure theme that spectacularly failed, but me personally, I never saw it as a failure. In fact, I personally loved Lego Hidden Side. So today, I'm going to tell you everything. Lego Hidden Side's spectacular story. Also, yes, this is my costume. So, what exactly is Lego Hidden Side? Hidden Side is a Lego theme that combines technology and toys. Well, it's not in your typical Skylanders Toys to Life way, but you use your phone to scan the set and see the ghosts. Now that came to mixed results, but the first wave launched in 2019. In there were as a few different sets. Let's go over the main character first. First up is Jack Davis. Is one of the main protagonists of Hidden Side. Jack is a 13-year-old kid. He is sort of the new kid in the town of Newberry. He's very much obsessed with filming and YouTube and stuff like that, or this world's case, BooTube. Get it? Because ghosts. He can act a bit hot-headed at times, but yeah, ultimately has a good he is easily distracted though. Oh, and sometimes forgets actually save his friends. Next is Parker L. Jackson, and she's the other main character. She has been doing this ghost hunting business a bit longer than Jack, as revealed in a comic that is only exclusive to Europe. He's pretty determined, and pretty much the opposite of Jack. Actually, he's focused on the mission, and is the cats to Jack's dogs. Parker is honestly a really fun character, or because of how much she and Jack's personalities contrast. I always had canon into that at Parker, comes from a bit of a richer family. But it's also context clues from episode 10 of season 1. Next is Dr. J.B. Watt. She's sort of the mentor / mad scientist of the group. A science teacher at the new high school. She is very tech savvy, but doesn't really like being called a mad scientist. She's pretty funny. Next is Douglas as Elton, aka El Fuego, as he calls himself. He's the groundskeeper of the Newberry High School, and as a self-proclaimed stuntman and daredevil. Yeah, he gets some pretty fun moment, and he's double daring, death defying. We'll get more to that death defying bit in a bit. He's pretty funny. He is mostly either for comedic relief. Next is Spencer, or Jack's ghost doggo. Spencer doesn't really do much except float there and look cute. So yeah, he's also very much attracted to bacon. And yeah, pretty great. This band of heroes, it might sound a bit boring, but these are the main character, Or I really let all their personalities just bounce off each other. Or it's really fun and going through it, again and just looking all these characters again and after or 6 years. It's been over 6 years since Hidden Side came out and 5 years since it's ended. Wow. I'm feeling pretty old. Well, old. Old. Hidden Side was released in 3 waves. The first one was in summer of 2019, and we're going to look at that in a minute. The first wave of that's one as in August of 2019. In the smallest set was JB's Ghost Lab. This is pretty much all the basics you'd want. You got JB, Spencer, and the Bizarre as Douglas, who's been and Gloomed. Yeah, if you're wondering what Gloom is in the Hidden Side universe how the ghosts get ya. The guy is basically you hit you with the evil old green pellets and then you become like this. There's also these soul artifacts, which is what really powerful ghosts are stored in. And you get some nice stuff. This really nicely integrated color wheel. We'll get to that in a bit. And a few other different things. There's a really nice ghost science lab. And yeah, this is pretty cool. I just kind of wish that this little bar clip connection could actually be used for something. Next is the wrecked shrimp boat. It's well, as made as the next cheapest. Is that it's got this really nice shrimp boat design featuring another or Gloomby as these guys are called. Small canoe for Jack and Parker, and Spencer, or this really nice tan crocodile, and a little rock that can be possessed by a ghost. Hidden Side has some pretty cool transformation feature, or isn't there these are all really cool to see. The Graveyard Mystery. It contains a small old graveyard with some different graves and stuff like that. And this tree that you can pull a lever on the back end is I guess possessed or something. And a graveyard is honestly a really cool set. At El Fuego's stunt truck is the only set you can get Douglas in his full-on El Fuego gear. Or you also got Jack, Spencer, and these two bikers who've been possessed. That's a really nicely designed bike. The truck itself is pretty alright. It's got a pretty cool play function where you can spring it up or something like that. So yeah, that is a full-on monster truck. Sorry for the cut, but at the Shrimp Shack Attack Aqua is one of the first Hidden Side sets I ever got. In fact, it was the first. This I contain and some pretty cool things, including haunted shrimps, and a few more things. A shrunk down version of this set is actually still sitting in my Ninjago City collection, and this set was only $50, an incredible value. The Paranormal Era set bust 3,000, and it's definitely one of the best sets of the way. Ava came with a haunted porta potty and some other cool stuff. If you also get at JB in this set, which is pretty cool. Well, similarly, she comes in the Ghost Train Express. So this train could grow with wings and teeth. Even the train station's haunted, which is pretty cool. So that also contains some ghost catching equipment and loaded onto the train. But by far, Hidden Side's most iconic set was the Newberry Haunted High School, well, which is probably LEGO's most accurate high school to date. Look, I've graduated, I can make those jokes now. Anyway, hey, the set could have a look normal, but have a mouth and eyes and claws and teeth. Even the bench is haunted, and you truly aren't safe. This is a really fun set, and it's definitely Hidden Side's crown jewel. Well, if you get what I mean. And Hidden Side also had some assorted magnificent exit in the magazine and gifts exclusive to Europe because, as you know, the story for Hidden Side's first wave is kind of simple, really. You could follow it with the animated series that as released exclusively on YouTube. The first short titled Face Your Fears was mostly sort of the introduction and sort of a pilot episode. The animation here is a bit different than what is seen on the final show, but one thing I really like is how the character's clothes are clearly three-dimensional. I can see clearly that Jack's buttons are 3D. And that's a detail I really like about the animation. It's more of a comic book style animation, and definitely is something different than most other LEGO series. Whereas the pilot definitely had some more choppy animation and others, but it still looks pretty alright. If a bit slightly uncanny. This would be later fixed in the proper episodes, which I'll get if a brief. Episode 1C features the Newberry Graveyard. Are Jack's too busy streaming to even care about the main plot? But discovers the haunted tree, and a boss ghost, evil nanny Momily. Yeah, there's these boss ghosts, which are the extra powerful ghosts I alluded to earlier. Those could be fought within the app. App is sort of a boss fight if you found the soul artifact, which I'll get more to when we talk about the app. The app, anyway, Momily, he gets locked up because Parker locks it, and Jack then steals Parker's phone. Ends with Owen to tell his stream that he's okay. So episode 2 ends with these two fishermen, and until one that gets a hold of one of the soul artifacts and gets possessed. Meanwhile, Jack isn't secure on who's the better ghost hunter. How everyone seems to agree it's Parker. Jack says there's gotta be something he's better at. So the two are attacked by a pirate ghost, and Parker reveals, well, she can't swim. Jack realizes that he is better at something. But now they gotta run because this pirate, evil ghost pirate. Right. JB discovers the soul artifact. Episode 3 ends with Parker explaining why cats are an age-old debate cats versus dogs. Spencer eventually finds the abandoned shrimp shack because he smells bacon. And resulting the chef ghost, Parker tries to zap him with the phone, but Jack's like, no, you'll hurt Spencer. So So the ghost says that if they win this bacon eating competition, he'll let them go. So Jack and Parker begin devouring, but Jack quickly realized that he can just feed Spencer all the bacon. Ghost dog meat needs infinite bacon storage. Or but the ghost chef doesn't hold up his end of the bargain. And and Parker's absent after Spencer gets safety and the episode ends. Episode 4 ends ends with Jack and Parker trying to retrieve some ghost hunting equipment for JB on the train. However, ultimately it gets possessed, causing Jack and Parker to go on a sky-high adventure. Douglas manages to catch them with the trampoline attached to his truck. And it's revealed to be a coffee maker. That also does homework. For more ghost hunting. Episode 5 ends after Jack had one too many lime slushies and he's going to blow. So it's not to enter a porta potty to get rid of it. However, accidentally creates a ghost who possesses said porta potty. The ghost and O's named Spear and his accomplice begin damaging the bus, but JB's like, "This is my bus," so she goes out to defend her bus by blasting the guy. But all she really cared about as the bus like. Episode 6 is all about Jack's poor attention span because as during a late night ghost back last night, he did not realize Parker got hit by gloom, and now he's possessed. As this quickly happened, and JB said that Parker's been possessed for like 12 hours, and he's forgotten who she is. So all Jack has to do is make Parker laugh. But he's like, Parker never laughs. So he tries a bunch of things. Make some sound effects. No. Dance the skeleton. No. He even gets Douglas on the action and juggling. And Jack mentions that Parker didn't even laugh at Spencer, but then remember, that Parker never laughs at Spencer. She's a cat person. And so ultimately he shows her cat video returning her back to normal. On the episode ends. Episode 7 features the stunt truck where I got some ghosts on bikes. Douglas chases them as trying to get at them within range of Jack and Parker's phones. And Douglas is like, "You kids and your technology." Then he bets he can chase the himself. But ultimately decides to pull that maybe technology is right, and he needs to pull out his flip phone. Ultimately, Jack and Parker save the day and are like, "This thing is ancient." And episode 8 begins with JB presenting a soul artifact, explaining what it is and that no one should touch it. It caused Jack to accidentally touch it. It releasing this ghost, Dr. Drew. JB got upset that at the Jack and Parker called it a bottle when it's clearly an Erlenmeyer flask. As Dr. Drew acknowledges that it's a Erlenmeyer flask, causing him and JB to fall for each other. People might not like this, but I think it's kind of funny and adorable and just unexpected. Dr. Drew reveals that Lady E is the mastermind behind this whole operation, and she is coming tomorrow. So everyone's got to get to work and stop her. Episode 9, the penultimate episode of the season, it begins with all the boss ghosts distributing their soul artifacts. But then, and the ghost hunter or the outside to pop in and say hi. I, uh, but it's too late. A, 8. Lady E is free. Hmm. 3. Douglas declares that they need to get that painting away and sacrifices himself. Elf ultimately he ending up in the hidden side and his gut. Don't worry, he's kinda dead, but not quite, as he possesses himself as a classroom skeleton in. See, I told you he literally was death-defying. Anyway, end of episode. Anyway, episode 10 is just kind of random. Jack and Parker's parents get called to the school because Jack and Parker missed an assignment last night, which was because, they were kind of saving Newberry from Lady E, Uh, 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 oh, Jack. It turns out Mr. Clark, the teacher, is possessed, and it turns out Mom Lee escaped earlier, or now wants revenge. So Jack and Parker are back at all their parents and teacher are in trap Mom Lee. Jack and Parker then make up an excuse that they're getting a lot of detention for this, like a lot of detention at night. It's sort of a cover for their ghost hunting adventures. Wave 2 is pretty much the same. Aim, but we got a few interesting sets, such as this one, Welcome to the Hidden Side. Season 2's plot mainly revolves around Lady E wanting to get her revenge. Anyway, this set, Welcome to the Hidden Side, takes place within the Hidden Side itself. Elf is Jack. He kind of ends up here. That's a bit of a long story on how he ends up there. But we also got Jack's Beach Buggy featuring a new alternate hairpiece for Jack and Parker. Jack now has this backwards cap element and showing his hair, and Parker has ditched the beanie entirely, for set teal headphones. And we also got some pretty cool new ghost parts, like this two-headed part in a lot. Douglas is now fully elf Lego, in his new skeletal form, or may even has himself a stunt plane with these ghostly effect pieces that he can use to further gloom your minifigs. The Newberry subway actually connects to the Welcome to the Hidden Side, showing the other end of the portal. It's kind of not that way in the series, but gotta do what you gotta do, right? The Lighthouse of Darkness. It was probably a real, regular lighthouse, but with an eye for the light and all sorts of gloominess. One thing that kind of bugged me about the later location sets, is instead of incorporating the color in a cool way, they sort of slaps this device on and just called it a day. And I kind of wish they got more creative. And the haunted fairground was next, because what's scarier than a clown? A ghost clown. That's what. This one had a nice little roller coaster, or a drop tower ride with it's opening up to reveal a ghostly face. Ace. All these sets are really great, even if it's a smaller wave. Now, there's one thing I've not talked about yet, the app. I wanted to make this Hidden Side video because as one of my first ever videos, well, some of my first ever videos were Hidden Side related. So I decided I was going to talk about the app with some of my old Hidden Side videos. Uh, uh, it was because the app has since been discontinued. So again, I thought it'd be a nice way to bring it back to my roots. So the app had you scan your or set like set and then it transformed the entire area. You could scan a blue it's when which would do different things. For example, I can scan for the or red colored gloom. This and also yeah, you could scan some minifigs. We also got our work at you overheat. You can collect the soul artifact act with the act sometime. You might also get a ghost or if you believe it or not. There was another game mode that you could do where you could hunt for ghosts. Season 2 begins with Jack and Parker, or Douglas and Spencer at the fairground, where Ralph Wago quickly takes notice of a little strength test. As Jack and Parker go inside the fun house, and there's these mysterious mirror version, and where Jack and Parker quickly find themselves on the classic roller coaster of doom. They desperately try to get Douglas's attention until Spencer or Douglas ends up breaking apart, but since he's a ghost now, he can just rebuild the skeleton. And Douglas is like, I want to go again. And yeah, end of episode. Season 2 as Douglas testing the new plane, and where it's revealed that Parker is afraid of flying. Douglas is like, you'll get used to it. Why'd you want to come along? But anyway. Then we got Harry Kane, the boss goes to this one. Note, not related to Lego Adventurers Harry Kane. And the Parker eventually gets over flying when Douglas breaks apart, or ends up being the one to fly the plane. And Parker decides to continue flying. The next episode she shows JB wanting to test a new ghost hunting buggy but it says, under any circumstances, do not touch the cannon. And despite what Parker really wants to do, or you'll end up like Douglas here. Anyway. Hey, Jack and Parker, or take it for a test, Estra. Or running into a Trucker Dale with the boss ghost. He is that his job from Lady E was to or run him off the road, but he's like, I might as well take a buggy. So Jack and Parker or zoom off a Jack. Excellent. Don't worry, I got a plan for that is Dale can't help look at the cannon and explodes himself in the abandoned subway. A GB said as there's a lot of paranormal activity, but Jack and Parker are more concerned about breaking their tie for how many ghosts they've caught this week. To get lucky number 13. You can probably see where this is going already. You fight this guy with a bunch of rats who lures Jack away from Parker. Parker sides the rat's only susceptible weakness is cute cat video. Jack ends up with a mysterious a subway car, and Dr. Drew is like, I'm sorry, Jack, but I must do this, sending Jack into the hidden side. I even drops the amazing line, welcome, Jack, to the hidden side. In the hidden side, Jack is shocked to find he has no cell service, and Dr. Drew tells him to wait there and that Lady E will be there shortly. Jack finds Lady E, who frees a few older boss ghosts. Jack decides to make a run for it, but he can't. Lady E tells him to join them, and Jack's like, no, but he gets rescued by a mysterious ghost named Vaughn, as he's helping Jack escape. Still in the hidden side, Jack realizes he can see what's in the regular side through his phone. I was desperately trying to find Parker, who finally he thought I had to get a change of clothes. It was JB Irving. Yeah, Parker asked JB if she's seen Jack. She hasn't seen him in a while. Parker can't escape a class. As Jack tries to haunt Parker to get her see him, resulting in some shenanigans. And flipping through her notebook, drawing a smiley face with her sandwich. But ultimately, he realizing that Parker's afraid of losing him, ultimately manages to get her or see him. And also, it turns out Vaughn is Parker's great grandfather. So, JB decides now it's time to open a portal to the hidden side to free Jack. It requires some very specific movements. And the portal is open. Meanwhile, but Lady E is nearby and she wants to escape. Jack escapes, but Lady E also manages to escape, and she's heading straight for the lighthouse. Lady E at the lighthouse summons her fellow boss ghosts and reveals she wants to open rifts to the hidden side. And she takes their souls as well, because it wouldn't be evil without, taking their souls and stuff like that. Anyway, Jack and Parker are on jet ski. He's in everyone's ready for this. Lady he summons a big ghost to defeat them. Parker actually he picked up Vaughn's crossbow went out of the portal also. Now she's locked in. But drops It, it, thanks to some quick moves by Douglas, this big ghost is defeated. We have to get to the lighthouse to stop Lady E. It's all come down to this. It's Lady E's opening a bunch of portals, and Jack and Parker are confront her at the top of the lighthouse. She's too powerful. And Douglas manages to catch them just in time, the plane, but Lady E's too powerful. JB comes up with a plan. They're going to use the bus and overload the bus's circuit. It's to release enough ghost trapping energy to stop Lady E. But JB's beloved bus, Sweet Sally, isn't going to make it. Jack's like, there has to be another way, but JB's like, there isn't. So they overload the bus's circuits. It's everyone and hops off the magic school bus and explodes, releasing enough ghost trapping energy to keep Lady E still. Lady E is captured by JB of all people, because Jack and Parker aren't allowed to do anything cool. But the bus is gone. JB has like 10 seconds of angst, and then falls in love with a new fire truck. I came over there to put out a fire. Things are looking alright, but all those rifts to the hidden side, those are still a problem. And that's how Hidden Side Season 2 ends. Now, you might think that's how the story ends, but there's some more. Or Season 3 has JB's submarine, which is a small, all-single-person but can be a lot more people. In the series. Vaughn also shows up having escaped from the hidden side himself through one of the rifts. He also gets his own car. Along with these guys, what are these guys for? The Newberry abandoned prison and is very similar to what we normally see. A prison that turns into a monster. The Phantom Fire Truck 3000, and is the aforementioned fire truck heavily modified for ghost hunting. And yup, that's essentially Lego Slender Man. You heard it here first. Yep, Hidden Side essentially had Lego Slender Man. And look, it's TV from Alpha Team. It all went down in the Mystery Castle. Where you get at Slendy in a minifig form, as well as these two Shadow Knights. It's in a really cool castle that looks like almost all of it's in the hidden side with this little observatory. Now, you might think that's the end of the story, or the animated series at least. Well, there's actually a small, all 44-minute movie released, Night of the Harbinger, which it's very hard to find, so I can't really show images from it, but it is it's on Peacock if you have it. Anyway, so Night of the Harbinger basically revolves around the Slender Man character, whose actual name is Namar Reem. He comes from a world beyond the hidden side, or our world, and he basically is going to summon this giant creature known as the Maw, which is kind of the Eldritch Abomination world devourer kind of thing. And Jack and Parker ultimately befriend Namar Reem and stop off the Maw. The special is really good. And that's just a brief summary of the special. So overall, I personally think Hidden Side is just a very underrated theme. Like, it's very misunderstood. But it really it had potential to be something great, but the app not only held it back, but well, as a major contributor to its downfall. The day I'm uploading this, October 31st, 2025, uh, I've actually marked the exact 5 year, exactly 5 years since Lego Hidden Side's finale happened, and to be Ignite the Harbinger. Or, uh, I really think, giving this video a watch should it really make you appreciate Lego Hidden Side a bit more. It's definitely a theme that I appreciated. It, it, and, and hey, maybe hey, the sets are kind of cheap on Bricklink, not counting the Wave 3 sets. It's an odd part about the Wave 3 sets was that they weren't available in any Lego stores nearby, which it's just very odd. It's sort of a pattern I'm seeing repeated with Lego Dreams now. Is the current way the August wave isn't in Lego stores anymore, nor is it in Walmart, Target, Barnes and Noble, other stores like that. So I personally I say that Hidden Side I just think is underrated, misunderstood, and uh, Hidden Side's legacy carries on in other themes though. Lego Dreams, for example, is Hidden Side's successor, and features a few things. And, Hidden Side's set actually has a set location set in the deep south of the U.S. I always had Canada in Mississippi because that's where I live, and it definitely can fit at that area. And Dreams in the Waking World mostly takes place in Brooklyn, New York. Or, work, work, yeah. Smaller things like that. At also Hidden Side's app integration was supposedly a test for or everyone's favorite Lego theme, Lego Video. Oh, so you have Hidden Side to blame for video. Oh, but anyway, I personally think that at knowing the Hidden Side story, or it should give you a more or detailed explanation, of what the theme was to someone like me. And I kind of like spooky stuff, and Hidden Side is definitely Lego's most spooky theme. And so yeah, that's why I made this video. Just looking back on Lego Hidden Side, I do have a few things to say. That are more of a personal touch to end off the video. First, thank you guys so much for 800 subscribers. Or this isn't the 800 subscriber special. Oh, but I really hope you guys can understand that I made this video with some passion, and I might even release some deleted scenes from this special. Another thing is that at the day I'm uploading this, it's Halloween, so have yourselves a happy Halloween, everyone.